Yes, a nice good afternoon, you all. Thank you for tuning in when you're tuning in. Thank you for the new subscribers. Big up yourself. You're always welcome. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so when I come live or drop the latest content or the latest video. Just remember in life, you have one life to live. And just remember at the end of the day, only your friend know your secret and can reveal it. And just remember at the end of the day, today for you, tomorrow for somebody else. Be mindful on your journey in life. Anyways, people, so as you guys see the title, you know that we're out here and we're speaking out. And you know that we're out here because as a working class, when we see stories like these, we have to come out and say, oh my, yikes, kiss my teeth and pass. Not literally, but like, oh my. So now, people, we want to talk about Moon Palace in Jamaica was ordered to pay a former worker almost 36 million for unjustifiable dismissal. Then for the longest time we heard about underpaid, working not getting paid, all of these kind of things, fired when they want, disrespect you when they want. They're in other people country and demand so much from workers but don't have no respect or don't even care that when you let go of this person because you're ignorant, because you are the upper class, because you know most of the time these people don't know where to turn to when it comes to their rights, you decide to do what you wanted to do. A lot of people don't know their employer rules and regulation. A lot of people don't know that there's some of these things that these people are doing, it's unjustifiable. So anyways, people, it's 36 million Jamaican, that's 230,000 US. Okay, USD. All right. So let's get into the story quick and fast. So I'm going to read from the best of my ability. All right. The 20-page ruling was handed down on December 18th. The employer, American Sylvan Albee, was dismissed in 2017. His dismissal stemmed from a disagreement he had with a director at the Mexican-owned hotel based in Ocho Rios, St. Anne. Alba said, subsequent to the disagreement, which concerned decision that would adversely impact the sales commission, he was called to a meeting and told his service would be terminated with immediate effect. He was given 3 hours to leave the hotel where he lived as an employee. However, the decision was later revised and time was given to make other arrangements for accommodation and to book a flight. Alba, who was employed in a sales position, was a fixed-term contract for 1 year, which began in March 2017. He was dismissed in July 2017. Alba said he was called to a meeting and forced to sign a resignation for him to resign. A resignation letter. He said this was the only way he was guaranteed to receive outstanding commission payments owed to him. Moon Palace, which operates under Operdora Palace Resorts, J.A. Limited, argued that Alba resigned from his job. The hotel said approximately 10 months later, he alleged that he was unfairly dismissed. The hotel maintained that Alba voluntarily resigned. The IDT said, having reviewed the evidence presented, it found that Alba was constructively dismissed, with approximately 7 months remaining on his contract. Future, the IDT said that dismissal was unjustifiable. It said Alba was not found to be in breach of his contract, that he was dismissed without requiring statutory notice, and was not allowed to complete his contract of employment. The IDT said he was entitled to compensation in accordance with Section 12 of the Labor Relations and Industrial Dispute Act, awarded him US $230,000 in compensation. Okay? That work out to be, after attorney fee impossible, all of that, that work out to be like 36 million Jamaican. Yes? So there's a lot of people nowadays days are being let go from their job. There's a lot of people overseas let go for their job unfairly. There's also stories everywhere in the world that people are being discriminated against their job. Not only that, there's a lot of times when you think about it, especially in the when it comes to immigration, a lot of people are hiring a lot of Indians because once you're a student, you don't get paid the same wages as a regular person who is a permanent resident or a citizen or born in that country. So a lot of time people are out of their luck. A lot of time employers believe that they could push around their employees, force them to sign papers, and don't know that there's consequences. So if you're in one of those kind of situations where you are dismissed from your job of none of your fault, please let me know down below so we can discuss this more further and discuss this more outwardly so we could have an outrage over it while people feel like they could dismiss people without a cause or proper cause and violate someone's contract or violate someone's employee rights. Not only that, at the end of the day, also there's a lot of people as well that work at a workplace and they're also harassed by workers, and there's nothing that come out of that case. I want to mention a case to you guys all the way in Ontario, Canada, where a black guy was being discriminated against at his workplace. And they put up news and all kind of story, and nothing really came out of the case, and he was dismissed. And we haven't heard anything about that case so for a long time. But yeah. Okay. There's also was a case again that we'll get into it. And this is the young man. And I'll show you the young man, guys. And this is the young man, okay? This is the young man. So I will go now and show you this young man. He has a situation as well. They also put a noose on his locker. Yes, they also put a noose on his locker. And if you guys know, I believe I spoke about the story in the past. So let's get into the story for a little bit. So this guy been at an employee company called VAC Limited in a place called Oakville, Ontario from January 2018 to June 21 at an aerospace sheet metal mechanic place. We're not going to drag out the story, like I said, you guys, because I came and spoke about the story. But I'm just trying to show you a lot of times and a different means in a workplace where you could be on the shitty side of it, where you could lose your job. Sometimes you could be the victim and you lose your job. So this is just an example of one of it. Sometimes you can lose your job because you bring another friend there. Sometimes you could lose your job because they find somebody where they could pay them cheaper. Or sometimes you lose your job because of your situation. But majority of the time they claim when a minority lose their job, sometimes it's not their fault. Now, people, they claim that they will kill this boy. They call him ape. Fuck Black Life Matters and all of these kind of things, people, that they do out here. All of these things on the man locker, and the man end up lost his job. Losing his job. Okay? When it was time, okay, so he ended up losing his job. Okay? He ended up losing his job and all of that. End up losing his job and all of those things, folks. And he was dismissed from his job. Okay? He was dismissed from his job. Right? So all of these kind of things, right? Not only that, he launched a lawsuit at the human rights. All right? Then when it was time, they countersue him in court. And then in the Superior Court, dismissed the employer lawsuit. Okay? Even when he asked the workplace to call the police and everything, they didn't do shit. So there's so much things happening when it comes to minorities and some of these people that look down on us and don't care about our well-being. And I'm just coming to let you guys know that. So if you heard about this story, leave your thoughts, leave your opinion in the comment section. If you haven't heard about that story and you're one of those victims that you lost your job of none of any reasons of yours, then we could also discuss that. As a working class, we always have to come out and discuss these kind of situations, these kind of problems, these kind of wrongful dismissal, and these kind of damages that they're putting towards us in a society right now where there's high demand of everything. Everything is so expensive. So in this time in the world now these days, a black folks or a black person or any of that person of that sort can afford to lose your job right now. And in many countries, if you lose your job, you're not getting any unemployment. And even when you get an unemployment, you're not getting full of your paycheck. You're getting about 80% or 70% of your paycheck. So you're still going to be out there struggling. And even when you apply for unemployment, it takes about 6 to 8 weeks for you to even receive the first payment. So we got to be mindful. So that's what we always say. You got to save a little and wait a little and spend a little. Peace and love on this content. And wait till I come live again or when I upload a video. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget again to like and thumbs up the video, people, or the content. Peace and love.